Welcome to exercise 1. This is the exercise that most pianists know and your first step to building that Hanon foundation to improving your technique. Let's go ahead and take a look at the keyboard. The first thing to show you is that all Hanon exercises move from the bottom C 2 octaves below middle C and up to the G. There's the G above middle C, 1 octave above the G above middle C. This is the range that Hanon moves between. I'm never going to play you an exercise that doesn't start on this C and go from the top down from this G. Hanon exercises play the same idea in the right hand as the left hand. Now when you're playing Hanon exercises, if you're right hand dominant, your right hand is probably going to be stronger than your left hand is. That's not a bad thing, it just means that your left hand is going to dictate the tempo at which you practice. Now let's go ahead and take a look at this first exercise. Now this first Hanon exercise has the first 4 notes being C, E, F, and G. The second 4 notes of the first bar just go down from A. We've got A, G, F, and E. If you want to block those notes, you play them all at once. The first 4 notes are C, E, F, G. Second 4 notes, A, G, F, E. So, fingering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2. So again, C, E, F, G, and then A, G, F, E. Same thing in your left hand. You're going to use 5 and 4 as your first 2 fingers. Otherwise, you can't reach up to A on your thumb. We just don't have enough fingers. We've got C, E, F, G, up to your thumb on the A, G, F, E. Now, that's the first measure. Because we're in C major, we're never going to play any other notes that aren't in the scale. That's a C major scale. In all of these Hanon exercises, when we start it in C major, those are the only notes that you're going to play. Hanon exercises just have them in different combinations. Let's go ahead and try to put the hands together. Again, the first 2 fingers in your right hand are 1 and 2, and your left hand it's 5 and 4 on that E. Now you should be ending on your 4th and your 2nd on those E's. And what does that allow you to do? It allows you to move up to D. What it is a transposed idea. So you take the same thing, you hop up the 3rd to the F, and play the notes next to it. We've got G, A, and remember we went up to the next note and down 4. So we go to B and go back down. A, G, F. At the end of the exercise, you notice that my fingers landed on E, and I need to start the same idea on D. That's the whole point. He wrote one idea starting on C, then you started on D, then you started on E, then you started on F. We're just going up this C major scale. Let's go ahead one more time and connect the 2 ideas together. So again, the first idea, we've got C, E, F, G, A, G, F, E, and then we start the same idea again, and it's just transposed up. So let's start on C, E, F, G, A, G, F, E. Same thing, now we're going to go to D. D. Skip the note, go to F. We're on all white keys, we're in C major. G, A, B, A, G, F. If you're not on your 4th finger in your left hand and your 2nd finger in your right hand, you've done something wrong. Now we do the same thing on E. Jump up to G, just play the notes in the C major scale that fit, and then we're down to F. You see how it works? Your fingers lay exactly where they need to be. Now you've gotten a quick look at the first Hanon pattern. The Hanon patterns go up 2 octaves. They go up to the G as I showed you, and then they come back down. What it does is invert the pattern. I'll go ahead and show that to you, but for right now, let me go ahead and stick the metronome on and show you that pattern going all the way up to that G. Again, the metronome is very, very important. You want to have good rhythm, and you also want to have both of your hands hitting the keys at the same time. If you can't do it, you're going too quickly. This is very slow. you've got 2 notes per beat. And here we go. Almost there. Now I'm at the top. Let's see how we go back down. Did you see how that pattern worked? Once I hit the top note of the pattern on the G and finished it up, now we've got to go down. Let's take a look. Now, I just played. We know we reached the top. Now, we finished the 8-note pattern. We're going to go back up to G. And remember the pattern skipped a note beginning when we went up? It's going to do the same thing here. Play 3 notes and play 4 notes to go up. Again, we've got 5 and 4 in my right hand and 1 and 2 for fingers in my left hand. G down to the E, 3 notes, 1, 2, 3, and then 4 notes next to each other, coming back up. Skip the note, 1, 2, 3, 4, skip the note, skip the note. Okay, now I'm playing it out of rhythm, but that's one of the many ways to practice it. So you should have an idea now. We got up to the top. Etc., etc. Eventually you'll get back down to here. And usually they end. This one will end just right on the end. Remember, these are 8-note ideas. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So when you're playing with a metronome, remember that. You've got 8 notes per bar. Now let me go ahead and show you how to practice this at certain speeds, now that I've showed you the first Hanon exercise. One thing about Hanon is that it's only one part to play in time with the metronome. Those 2 notes per beat, or if you're filling the bar with 8 notes, is only one way to do it. And it's especially hard at this slow tempo. But what that does is make sure that your time is good. Actually, just because you can play fast doesn't always mean you can play slow. You have to know how to play slowly before you can play quickly. Let me go ahead and increase the metronome and give you an idea of what I'm talking about.